So we're going to hear about how ICOMIA are supporting the industry and a little bit around the strategy of what they're doing. So I'm here with Joe Lynch. Nice to see you, Joe.
Good to see you, Ben. You well?
Very well, very well. So we heard about the study as an industry. What's this next step that's now taking place?
Great. Well, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. You'll remember we launched the study to our trade partners in METSTRADE at the end of last year because we wanted those people who are going to be facing customers to be equipped with the information to answer their questions. We're now moving into the next phase of our campaign, which we hope will run for many, many years, where we're starting to bring the message to the end consumers, the people that are choosing what boats to buy, how to refit the boats, what sort of propulsion system they should have, where they're going to keep them, and so on. So we've changed the messaging very, very slightly, so it's less technical and more accessible. Okay, and nice. We're giving people the information, or giving them clues to where to go to find more information. If you want to find more, go to propellingourfuture.com, but also get in touch with your National Marine Industry Association, because they're full of expertise that people should use.
So it's been quite an umbrella approach. So you work with different MIAs, Marine Industry Associations, to get an understanding of what's taking place in different countries and regions around the world.
That's right.
Which then informs the actual study and what you should do. And then you've presented it to the industry so that the businesses can see how the industry is moving, ready for the consumers, and now it's a little bit of simplification of the messages.
That's right.
So that an average boater can actually
make the analogies. Simple things that we've presented this week. You know, to push a boat through water takes 10 times more energy than pushing a car over a road.
Right.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Right, I get it now.
Yeah, a boat, a privately held leisure boat, is probably used for 20 to 40 hours a year.
Tiny.
Whereas we use our cars maybe 20 hours a week if we're unlucky.
Yeah.
So it's very different dynamics, and it's been really interesting to see how people are grasping that and understanding it. We've done a lot of work with press.
Yeah.
Lots of really in-depth interviews where journalists have been digging down, well, what if it was more hours? What if it was a different fuel? And it's really encouraging to see that the dialogue has already shifted. We are seeing people talking about the fact that there is no one simple solution. Even people who are promoting and selling their business on one of those solutions, they've broadened their debate, they've broadened their positioning to say, this is ideal in these circumstances. So there are other options.
I suppose that moves it from not just a study and a bunch of data that, okay, in theory that's taking place, it actually allows them to take action on it and be a more well-informed business.
Exactly that. Yeah, that's why we call it a campaign, that there's going to be many, many phases. And you have to remember that this study was just the first benchmark. I mean, it is the most comprehensive study ever done.
Wow, okay.
There's nothing like that out there.
Not even close, yeah.
But there's still more we can do. So we're now starting to plan the next phases where we'll work with different partners to look at different elements of the entire spectrum and all the many different pathways to decarbonisation. You know, what are the impacts of foiling? How does electrification really, how do we get the supply to the boats, whether it's through electric or through the distribution of sustainable fuels? Because let's not forget, the sustainable fuel option, that's the quickest way of making the biggest impact for most boats. So it's really important that by telling our customers, or our end customers, that, they can then come to our members and say, hey, where can I get HVO? When will I be able to get e-gasoline?
And the industry will be able to provide it.
And we'll be ready for that demand.
Working on the infrastructure that's going to be a key part to this.
So ideally, we'll get the supply and the demand working together at the same time for the right solutions, and that will make a big difference.
Okay, super. Thank you very much for your insights, Joe.
Nice to see you again.
Everybody, if you enjoy content like this, make sure you're following here to see plenty more of it. Outside of that, I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.